Singapore's diplomatic and business community in Seoul coming together earlier this week ahead of Singapore's National Day on Sunday. They also celebrated the growing partnership between Singapore and South Korea a year after the two countries marked 50 years of formal ties. CNA senior correspondent Lim Yun-Suk reports from Seoul.
As the fourth year, Justin Yong has organized a reception to mark Singapore's National Day in South Korea. As chairman of the Singapore Chamber of Commerce in Korea, he's made sure everything runs smoothly as government officials and business leaders from both countries come together. He says deepening business activity between Singapore and South Korea convinced him to set up the chamber here back in 2021.
I think for 50 years, Singapore and Korea has actually had very good diplomatic relations. But only in the last few years, we've seen a lot more activity. And I believe that both countries are very aligned in certain directions.
The momentum is reflected in the numbers. Singapore's investment into South Korea hit nearly $3.8 billion in the first half of this year, more than 3 times the level recorded during the same period last year, with much of it going into finance and real estate. Singapore's ambassador to South Korea, Wong Kai-jun, noted the progress in bilateral ties.
I think last year, being the 50th anniversary of diplomatic relations, there was a good opportunity for both countries to really celebrate, reaffirm, and also take stock of where we have progressed in our cooperation since 1975. But that is only a marker, it is not a destination.
He believes there is still room to deepen cooperation, particularly in high-growth sectors where both markets complement each other.
Korea is very strong in certain sectors, technology, semiconductors and AI, and there's also complementary strengths among Singapore companies, and that's probably why we see a lot of inflows of investments into Korea.
Singapore jewelry house Rises, famous for its gold-plated orchids, is also using the occasion to explore opportunities in South Korea for the first time in its 50-year history.
Korean, we know that it's not a country that we can neglect because it's a global cultural trendsetter. So since we want to be a fashion and jewelry brand, so that's why we think that now is a good time because we have also evolved our design to a little bit more trendy.
These Singaporeans may be thousands of kilometers away from home, but this reception helped them feel a little closer. As business ties between the two countries deepen, so too do the human connections behind them. Lim Yun-Suk, CNA, Seoul.